I'm Joan Sanders.
And I'm Rita Kasheri. So Joan, NASA's really looking for life in outer space?
Yes, they are, Rudo. And the lesson that we're going to present will help students understand exactly how NASA is searching for life in outer space.
And the name of this lesson, what is the name of this lesson?
This lesson actually is called It's Just Right. We're going to see that later, but it comes from an online module called Fingerprints of Life. This online module actually focuses on the topic of astrobiology and the search for life in extreme environments.
And astrobiology is the study of life in outer space.
Yes, it is.
So NASA is really looking for life in places that are very hot, places that are very cold, like close planets to the sun or further away from the sun.
Yes, they are, Rudo. And temperature is just one example of an extreme environment. There are several others, too, that we'll learn more about as we do this lesson. The home page that we're showing right here is a wonderful resource for teachers wanting to have their students learn more about this topic, maybe even doing some independent research.
So when teachers are looking for information about this activity, they're going to go to this ARES homepage?
Yes, they are, and they'll click on the education section. The education staff has developed several curriculum modules posted on this website. We're going to look at just one of them.
And the activity that we're going to look at is called what?
The activity that we're going to look at is called It's Just Right, and it's actually under this module, Fingerprints of Life. But the teachers will find a direct link to the activity itself from the virtual campus, and that's where we suggest they go for it.
And that's something that we're going to get to address a little bit later.
We're going to address that a little bit later. Yes, we are. Okay, and here now we can talk a little bit about our featured activity. It's Just Right is a life sciences activity that was developed for middle school students in grades 5 through 8. And this activity specifically introduces students to that concept of life in extreme environments.
And this activity can be used with students from younger students than 5th graders?
Oh yeah, it can be. I think it'll cut across the grades. It's probably the concept of extreme environments may be more suitable for the middle school students, but the activity can be used by any level. During this particular activity, our students are actually going to experiment with baker's yeast. They're going to experiment to answer an essential question. How is temperature related to the growth and survival of organisms? And that goes back to what you talked about before, Rudo.
And the standards that this activity addresses?
It addresses a series of national math and science standards. Key among them, though, is the Life Sciences Standard, Regulation, and Behavior. During this particular activity, our students are going to experiment with the gas production of yeast subjected to different temperatures. They're going to record and analyze their data, and they're going to relate those findings to the survival of life in extreme environments.
We're going to get a chance to look at a teacher introducing this lesson that will give you an idea how to introduce it when you start teaching your students.
Hey everybody, well, we've been talking about planet exploration, okay, and sending probes out, rovers out to other planets. And what do you think one of the things we'd be looking for if we sent probes and rovers to other planets? What's an important thing in your mind that we'd want to find out about?
Water.
Water, okay. So what we know about living things is living things require water. Okay? Not everything needs oxygen to live. We look for water as a precursor, right, for living things. So we're going to do an experiment today, okay, about looking at some of the effects of living things, and we're going to have as our independent variable, we're going to look at temperature.